friends, it's Rachel. Thanks for watching this video. In this video, we're going to be making a card, an anniversary card for my parents. They've been married for 42 years and I wanted to make them a really pretty card. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is not going to be the world's longest video because I'm doing print and cut, and you'll kind of understand why here in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and cut our cardstock to size. So we're doing an A2 size card. So we're going to need 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to do 5 1/2. Get this over. Okay. And we should be good to go with that. Okay. And then we are going to go ahead and at the 4 1/4, we're going to go ahead and score that. Perfect. Okay. And that like so. And then we'll use our bone folder to get that fold there. Perfect. Okay. So this is not going to be a very long card because it's already done. Now, you can do this. It's simple and easy to do. Let me explain a few things here. Okay. All right, so we got a few elements. Now, I used my Cricut machine, I used Design Space, but I also used Canva, and here's why. So I have a bunch of cardstock, and I most certainly could have cut these up to size and piece them all together. And unfortunately, I wanted to have some type of floral arrangement, and if I were to use my cardstock, I would have to fussy cut, and I didn't want to fussy cut, and I wanted for them all to be cohesive. So what I did was I went into Canva, I have this pattern paper, digital pattern paper, and it from Etsy, and I'll link that down below. So if you want to get this, it's actually a spring collection, and I just used different patterns and cut them to the size. Now they're cut apart because for some reason when I was doing a print and cut, Design Space thought that these were separate pieces. So I'm not exactly sure why that happened. But that's okay. We can still glue them together, but they're supposed to be one. I probably what had happened was when I was piecing them together in Design Space, or excuse me, in Canva, I might have not had them close enough. So there was like maybe a minuscule gap between the two, and then therefore Design Space picked it up. And then also this paper, so this was just printed on a white piece of paper, but I did a solid print in scallop, and in Canva, I matched the color of the floral arrangement. So this is all print and cut. Nothing was any pattern paper. I didn't use a certain color cardstock. It was just all regular paper, and I'm using 110 pound for this. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this. Let me get my glue here. This all around. This doesn't take a lot. I'm just using my art glitter glue. Now, if you want to see a video of how I did all that, I can most certainly do a quick tutorial on that if I get an overwhelming response of, yes, we want to see it, because I can do that. It's just I didn't know if anyone's interested in learning more about that process. And there's definitely, dies that you can buy and cut out and all that stuff. But the thing of it is, I have a Cricut. I don't need any of that. I'm going to try to use my Cricut as much as I can. And, okay, so there's this. Okay, so now this goes on top of the pink cardstock, like so. So I think what we'll do is we'll flip it over and maybe we'll tape it together just to help glue this down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I think that's going to be a little bit easier to help with alignment. if I were to do this again, I actually had to print this twice because it cut out more pieces, and so I thought I rearranged it a little bit better. Yeah, so that's a little bit better, and it will look better once I get some glue on there. But anyways, so I redid it, and then it's still, apparently I missed it, and I didn't want to waste any more ink. Than necessary. Okay. So then I'm going to get that on here. Perfect. Okay, so then I will get my art glitter glue and get it all up in here. Not saying this is the best way, but this is the only way that I can do this. Okay. And then without having to try to line things and get them centered. All right. Perfect. So I'm just really going to smooth down my card here. And see, now you can even, I don't think you can tell that they were in 3 different pieces. Okay. So now that we have that done, I'm going to want to glue this together, and then I want to pop this up with some foam. Okay, so that's what I think I'll do. Or do I want to pop it off of that? No, I want to pop the whole thing. Okay. And just get an idea about, oops, where I want this scallop to hit. Let me just get this centered real quick. Okay, I think what I'll do is grab a pencil here just to kind of mark where this is going. So like that. So I can better align this. Okay, perfect. And that way I don't accidentally go over above those edges. And now this decorative label was done in Canva because for some reason when I found a decorative label in Design Space, and then I had the font and I did a print then cut, and it wanted to print it out separately, so I don't know why it was doing that. It was driving me nuts. So I just decided, okay, well, why don't I just do it in, oops, I got it too high, Design Space. Sorry you guys can't see it. Oh gosh, way off. That's okay. I think that's, well, committed to it. Okay, that's fine. All right. And then, okay, so anyways, I had to, I'm not really happy that that's like that. It's a little better. So anyways, I had to do this in Canva because, like I said, I was originally going to print this separately or cut this separately and then prop it up, but it was too flimsy and it cut out just fine, but this did not cut out. So I did this whole thing in Canva, and then the scallop was done in Canva as well because I wanted the scallop to match the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to use some foam squares here. And again, if you guys want a tutorial on that, just let me know in the comments section if you're interested in learning more about what I do in Canva. I do a lot of work in Canva. All my thumbnails are done. The thumbnails that's referencing, that is like the preview of the video that you'll see that you click on. So I do that in Canva, and then I do a lot of my print and cut. So anytime you see print and cut, 9 times out of 10 it's done in Canva first, and then the rest is done in Design Space. Okay, got that. And now what I'll do is just center this on my card. There we go. So it just says happy anniversary, and that's it. That's all. And pretty easy. So I love print and cut. And again, you could do this with cardstock. I would have done it, but with these individual pieces, but I wanted some type of floral to match the pattern, and that's why I ended up just making my life a little easy and just went ahead and did it in Canva, because I don't want to spend the money on a bunch of dies, and I have a Cricut machine. I have several of them, in fact, so why not, right? But there we go. That's how I did a print and cut card. Thanks for watching.